This is video 2 by Rachel Clara, whom you all call Victoria. I can look like Diana. And I am the only daughter of King Richard the Lionheart. And I was contracted upstairs and down here through George VI to be your queen of Britain, specifically unmentionables. But yes, the throne of England. So, that being said, thank you for confronting this finally head on, straight on, and it seems like there's going to be no holding back. You're going to let justice flow like a righteous stream and a never-ending river of human rights. So thank you. Gravest moral failures. Gravest means this is bloody, this is about a lot of deaths, and this is about a lot of inhumanities. Similar to Auschwitz, but instead of it happening in social public camps that were held as private, this has happened in public places. It has also happened in private places like your home, your domicile, your place where you abode, whether it's a hotel room or it's someone's Airbnb or someone's private home. Public, it can happen in a hospital, it can happen in the military, it can happen actually in the public square. And if you've been paying attention to the news in the last year, you would understand what I mean by public square. This is about good versus evil. This is about the war of Lucifer against God. There have been many failures. There's many times that people should have gotten up and done something and just done it, and they didn't. That is a failure. Yes, this goes back to the British and it goes back to history, but we're not the only ones. Like Adolf Hitler took over the globe in World War II. Yes. Margaret Helen, my aunt, who everyone calls Princess Margaret, she was not a princess. She is Margaret. Yes, this is her history. And since October of 2025, so a little over a half a year, yeah, it's now been my ex's history, Shane Tyler Propert Sr. Yes, his history. Now he's the one in charge for about the next 80 years. Because that's how they determined it. Adolf, Margaret, Shane. To my knowledge, this has gone on for 5+ decades. To me, I believe that people were released from the Nazi camps because the Nazis were ready for their next phase or war campaign. And so they were released from the camps to go home, and they were going to start their campaign of doing things in a private and public manner. And they did for 80 years under Margaret's Reich. Now we're under Shane's Reich. And he's going to do a mixture of things. You got to remember, I was married to Shane Tyler Propert Sr. I just posted a video of him abducting the children out of the home. Not physically, but like he was in my home that night. And I got a video about 5 to 10 or 15 minutes long. Yes. Anyways, yeah, I fucked him for 23 years incestuously. My first cousin, Shane Tyler Propert Sr. Yes. And that being said, I do know him quite well. I lived with him for 23 years, married to him for 30. Yes, and that being said, he's going to do a mixture. He doesn't do it like Adolf Hitler, and he doesn't do it like Margaret. He does it like Shane. So anyways, these crimes against humanity did happen in World War II with Adolf, and crimes of humanity, they did happen with Margaret Helen. And the crimes of humanity, they have happened with Shane Tyler Propert Sr. He is 53, but he's lived other existences his whole set. And so it's happened for a long time too. But the main ones have been in the last 53 years. He's gotten a little traction underneath his feet for 50 some years. And now he's got 80 years, give or take a few, of his reign, his Reich. And yes, he is working with Charles III. That being said, this Kindertransport wasn't a positive thing at all in the last 50, 60, 70 years. It was 80, but Margaret really didn't start until 10 years after the end of the war. 10 to 12 years, she started a Kindertransport. And I've written posts about her, keeping tabs, writing down, and Beth Higgins does databases on the names, ages, and even DNA evidence of who is who and where they're at on the globe. I will stop with that.